Dr. Neetu Singh from Department of Surgery, King George Medical University. And our topic for today's presentation is differential expression profiling of transcript cell lung cancer of smokers and non-smoker cases with air quality index. So I kindly request Dr. Neetu Singh to present her presentation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm grateful to the organizing committee for extending invitation to present my work. I'll be presenting on differential expression profiling of known biomarkers in stage 3A NSCLC tissue of chronic smokers, non-smokers related with air quality index. As we know, NSCLC accounts for approximately 80 to 85% of lung cancer worldwide, including India. And WHO has reported over 1 billion people are addicted to tobacco smoking. Additionally, 5 million people die from the tobacco-related diseases, which will rise to over about 8 million by 2030 if current trend continues. Also, the Cancer Registry of India has reported alarming rise of NSCLC in non-smokers in North India. Recent clinical profiling of lung cancer in North India suggests 23.8% of lung cancer patients are never smokers, 39 are current smokers, and 37.2 are reformed smokers. Hence, the incidence of lung cancer and mortality are associated with tobacco smoking pattern. As smoking rate peaks, the incidence of lung cancer and mortality rises. Now, smoking habits is declining following the initiation of comprehensive tobacco control programs. Subsequently, the mortality rate due to lung cancer have been falling continuously in developed world, while in India, the mortality rate is still rising, which may be due to environmental pollutants. And other than that, use of domestic or biomass fuel exposure, the availability or lack of micronutrients in our diet, occupational exposures, genetic predisposition, and infectious pathogens can also contribute to the occurrence or severity. WHO has also recorded the outdoor air pollution as carcinogenic, and it has regarded it as the highly common carcinogen that humans are currently exposed to. And the largest seminal meta-analysis study by Nielsen et al. Published in Lancet showed association between lung cancer and particulate matter of size 10, 2.5, and also with road traffic of 4,000 kilometer per day within 100 meter of the residence. And this study was a prospective analysis of 17 European cohorts. In India, also a gray correlation analysis among population has showed the particulate matter less than 10 has showed association with the lung cancer. Hence, most importantly, smoking tobacco and air quality index are the major hazard feature for lung cancer in Indian subcontinent also. So our aim of the present study was to monitor this smoking habits and air quality effects on the status of early lung cancer, that is stage 3A cancer tissues, through monitoring the expression profile of cancer biomarkers like isocitrate dehydrogenase, carcinoembryonic antigen, cytokeratin fragment 19, and tissue polypeptide antigen, which has been suggested as important markers by National Academy of Clinical Biochemistry guidelines. The IDH1 represents a common metabolic marker and which adapts during carcinogenesis to support macromolecular synthesis, aggressive growth, and therapy resistance. CEA is a known predictive cancer marker for lung, colon, or stomach with poor progression-free survival in patient harboring EGFR mutations. Cytokeratin 19 is a part of a cytoskeleton. A soluble fragment of this polypeptide can be released and assayed in the blood and is a new sensitive and valuable marker of NSCLC. And TPA, which this is the analog of CYFTRA21 cytokeratin 19 fragment. So initially what we did, for conducting this study, we collected stage 3A NSCLC resected tissues from chronic bidi and cigarette smokers, which was approximately within the range of 10 to 35 years, which approached from various districts to KGMU. And Secondly, we also collected the non-smokers stage 3A and SCLC tissues with air quality index poor, which was within the range of 201 to 300, and moderate air quality index with 100 to 200. So these districts were under the poor air quality index, and these were under moderate air quality index. The chronic smoker patients were also from the district, including both poor and moderate air quality index. So in total, 46 patients were included in this study. Mean age of participants among the three groups showed no significant difference. The male-female ratio was 4.3 in chronic smokers, 2.3 in non-smokers with poor air quality index, and 1.4 in non-smokers moderate air quality index. Histologically, approximately 40% cases were LUAD in all the three groups, and approximately 60% cases were LUSC in all the three groups. So now we studied the expression transcript of all these markers in chronic smokers, and we identified that all the major markers were increased. However, IDH1 and CEA1 were increased approximately in 62.5% cases, while TPA and CIFRA were in 43.75% and 37.75% cases. In non-smokers with moderate air quality, the picture was different. The CIFRA 21 was identified in 64% of cases, and TPA in 52.94, and CA in 41.18, and IDH in 29.41% cases. Similarly, when the quality air index in non-smokers was poor, this CIFRA 21 was increased more to a level of 76.92%, and all the other markers were also raised. So we did fold change as per the fold change between the chronic smokers versus non-smokers, and in this we did not consider air quality index. We identified that IDH1, CEA, and CIFRA were significantly increased, while in non-smokers the fold change between moderate and poor air quality index, IDH1 showed increase in poor air quality index, and CIFRA 21 also the significant increase was observed. Then we compared the other two groups, chronic smokers, moderate and poor air quality index, with non-smoker poor air quality index. Only CIFRA 21.1 was seen to be significantly increased in non-smoker poor air quality index, while when compared to non-smokers with moderate air quality index, IDH1 and CEA were significantly down-regulated in non-smoker moderate air quality index. And we also compared this based on the histology, but all these markers showed non-significant non-significance report. This is the overview pictorial representation of all the markers in various groups: smokers, non-smokers, non-smokers with poor air quality index, and moderate air quality index. So we, to summarize, we identified that by comparing making comparison between the two groups, increase in IDH and CEA1 were carcinoembryonic antigen was observed in chronic smokers, while increase in CIFRA 20A1 was observed in non-smokers with poor air quality index, and decrease in IDH and CEA1 observed in non-smokers moderate air quality index as compared to chronic smokers. So combination of moderate or poor air quality index and smoking component increases the level of metabolic adaptation toward these chemicals through increase in IDH1. Further increase in CA may lead to origin of aggressive and resistant tumors, and increase of CIFRA 21 may represent more tumors towards the squamous origin. Further, we also conducted mutation profiling of different genes, EGFR, KRAS, BRAF, and NRAS gene, and in 50 stage 3A NSCLC, LUAD, and LUSC tissues, and this included the 46 samples which we previously studied for expression profiling, and this was done through multi-top based sequencing using OncoFocus panel. Here we observe that in most of the LUAD cases, the EGFR exon 20 insertions were identified, and these were reported with a medium confidence with mutation frequency ranging like this. And BRAF and NRAS mutation, the occurrence of BRAF and NRAS mutation was not very high. It was identified only in single cases. But the most prominent mutation which has not been previously reported was KRAS PA59T mutation, which we observed in LUSC as well as LUAD cases, and which was alarming that why this mutation has been identified in our study. So to analyze further, we compared our data, these mutations in chronic smokers NSCLC cases with air quality index with poor or moderate in LUAD and LUSC tissues. Since chronic smokers, and they were also associated with poor and moderate air quality index. So we observed that KRAS A59T was specifically identified in LUAD cases, and it was identified in 66.6% cases, while in LUSC it was identified in 30% cases. Although in LUAD, exon 20 insertions as well as exon 19 deletions were also observed in chronic smoker cases. And when we identified in non-smoker NSCLC cases with moderate air quality index, we did not identify any exon 20 insertion. Only KRAS PA59T was observed in LUAD, and that percentage was 42.85%, while in LUSC it was 33.3% cases. However, non-smokers with poor air quality index, KRAS A59 mutation in LUAD was 28.5%, and in LUSC it was 62.5%. So we can see that as the air quality index increases from moderate to poor, the KRAS A59 mutation increased from 33.33% to 62.5%, and further chronic smokers, which were in addition to the poor and moderate air quality index, showed increased KRAS A59 mutation, which was 60. Besides that, we also identified other EGFR exon 20 insertions, and which was also identified in chronic smokers. Hence, we conclude that poor and moderate air quality index are also injurious as chronic smoking, and chronic smoking further worsens the situation by adding more resistant mutations. To conclude, the combination of moderate and poor air quality index and smoking component increase in IDH1 level suggests metabolic adaptation towards these chemicals. Increase in CA may lead to aggressive and resistant tumors. Increase in CYFRA may represent more squamide origin. Gene expression of NSCLC biomarkers in LUAD and LUSC were non-significant. KRAS A59 mutation was highly observed in non-smokers with poor air quality index and chronic smokers with poor and moderate air quality, and this was specifically higher in LUSC as compared to LUAD, and chronic smokers also showed exon 20 insertions And KRAS was also, other KRAS mutations were also observed in non-smoker poor air quality index. Hence, these gene expression level analysis of known biomarkers and mutation screening of these genes through multi-top sequencing in early stage 3A NSCLC, lung adenocarcinoma and squamous cell carcinoma will help us to better understand the biology of the disease and help in deciding therapeutics and move towards personalized medicine. This work has been already published in Gene, and thank you for your patient listening. Thank you so much.